By observing the behavior of animals, people have long learned to predict changes in the weather. And one of the most reliable home weather forecasters is rightly considered to be a cat. Of course, a furry meteorologist can't determine the temperature for a week in advance or measure the atmospheric pressure to the nearest millimeter of mercury, but he can sense the approaching warming or cooling, as well as the high probability of precipitation. The cat's body senses and reacts subtly to the signs preceding temperature changes, as well as rain or snowfall. Scientists have not fully investigated the mechanism of predicting the weather by cats, but put forward several plausible hypotheses that explain such a feature of the organism of domestic fluffy cats. The eardrum and inner ear of a cat can feel changes in atmospheric pressure well. It is believed that in this case the animal feels discomfort and, trying to get rid of unpleasant sensations, diligently washes the ear with a paw. Atmospheric pressure also affects the stomach, forcing the cat to drink more water than usual or chew grass. It is also believed that the animal's skin is able to react to sudden changes in the level of humidity, which also allows you to predict the weather for the next day. Whether cats predict the weather using these features of their bodies, or whether they have other mechanisms that allow them to act as domestic forecasters, the results of their forecasts are usually confirmed. Besides, sharp changes in behavior of animals before impending natural cataclysms and natural disasters, tornadoes, tsunamis, earthquakes, or volcanic eruptions have been repeatedly noticed. Over centuries of observation has accumulated a lot of knowledge on how to determine the weather by cat. It has taken into account the behavior and mood of the pet, the place that the cat chooses to rest, and the position of the body during sleep, increased thirst, and other signs. It has been observed that indoor cats are more sensitive to upcoming weather changes. To verify the truth of these statements independently, can any owner of a furry forecaster, observing the behavior of the pet and taking into account the most common omens. If the cat sleeps on its back, spreading its legs apart, it portends warming and clear weather. Anticipating the heat, the animal tries to increase the area of heat dissipation of the body. If the cat curls up in a ball and covers its nose with its tail, it is clearly a sign of approaching cold weather. This posture helps to retain heat. On the threshold of windy weather or blizzard, the cat's sleep becomes restless, nervous. It often turns and changes its posture. Also, before the onset of cold weather, the perfect cat chooses the warmest places in the house for rest: radiators, a rug in front of the fireplace, burrows into a blanket, or looks for a warm place under the owner's side. Constriction of the pupil signals a decrease in atmospheric pressure, and dilated pupil on the increase. Increased thirst occurs before inclement weather. Scratching the wall or carpet to bad weather, in winter to a snowstorm. If the cat refuses to go for a walk, licks its tail, and rubs its ears with its paws, the next day is likely to be rainy weather. Calm licking of paws and fur, especially sitting with straightened hind legs, on the contrary, portends clear weather. Nervous licking of the coat is bad weather. Licking the coat against the direction of growth, to hail. Sipping and yawning for clear, sunny weather. Nervous, fast movements, increased activity, to the impending thunderstorm. Eating grass, to rain. Before impending severe weather or natural disasters, cats behave nervously, meow loudly, try to find a secluded place, or, on the contrary, do not move away from the owner. Well, be attentive to your furry friend, and maybe you will make your weather forecast according to its behavior.